A very warm welcome into Barking Sports Centre for the UK Floorball English Floorball League second round of action. It's the third game of the day. We got Rhinos taking on the Vipers. First clash of two teams who played in the opening round. So let's just remind you of the standings. Rhinos, they are second, 3 points to the good, as are the Southern Vipers. How did they get there? Vipers took down Rhinos last time 6-4. The Rhinos then dispatched Bristol 9-3. Cambridge beating the Vipers when they met in their matchup. A little bit of housekeeping. 15-minute rolling clock periods. Clock will stop on goals and other key events. We will get to those if and when they occur, and the games will be reposted in full to the UK Floorball Federation website, or YouTube channel should I say, for your enjoyment and perusal after the fact. We have the Southern Vipers in their white uniforms taking on the Rhinos in their red and black, and it's been a very positive start from the Rhinos to get things, the Vipers to get things underway. Vipers, of course, made it to the final fours of the UK Floorball Finals last year. Beaten in the end by a brilliant overtime winner from Dusan Kubik. They'll be looking to go some better this season. That's a wonderful run through. Great save, though, by the Rhinos stopper, Vit Rosicki. Absolute danger man, Tom Jeffrey. 5 goals in the opening round last month, plus an assist. 6 points to start off the season is a very, very positive one indeed. Huge thank you to Cambridge Floorball Club, who are in charge of, well, manning the stream as well as providing officials and the scorers for this encounter. Part of the joy of the UK Floorball Federation. Everybody comes together to make sure that we have these really high quality, high class events that we can all enjoy. Cambridge, they are taking part in our next game of the day. They will be taking on Bristol. We've got Vipers, Hammerheads, and to finish off, Great White Sharks taking on the Rhinos. And a reminder, you can catch up with all of today's action over on the UK Floorball Federation YouTube channel. All the games will be posted there for you to enjoy after the fact. Sun Vipers, after that initial snapshot effort from Tom Jeffrey, slowing things down a little bit, and they will have to. They've come very, very short-handed to this one. They're missing 4 figures, including William Rickson, who quite an important player on this side, as Hubbard sent that across. Alex Feast, his goal. Nothing to worry about on that one. That's good ball movement from Rhinos. Hubbard, no look pass into the centre. Nothing doing there for Will Palmer. 5 points in the opening round from Will Palmer. 3 goals, 2 assists. got his season off to a very positive start. As is a free hit from right in front for the Rhinos. Unable to get it through. And it's the Vipers going through on goal. That's a fabulous save from Vit Rosicki. Not only to make the initial save, but to catch, pick up, and then distribute the ball all in quick succession. That really is top bit of goal scoring when you would have bet on Johnny Danes opening his account for the season. Through on goal like that. Remember, the Vipers won their last matchup against the Rhinos 6-4 in that opening round of the season. So a bit of revenge will be on the minds of these Rhinos players. Ripped on goal wide. And again, more intent from Lewis Hubbard. Southern Vipers. Patient build-up play. Like I said, they're very short-handed today. They are not going to be pushing the tempo all of the time. Ripped on goal. Doesn't go. That's a high stick. Maybe a free hit to the Rhinos, who are able to get, if not an entire line change, a good chunk of one. Ripped through, not able to get on the end of that was Martins Nukis, wearing 8. That's right in front. Hit wide from the Vipers. Igmanovs able just to wander in to a very dangerous part of the court. The shot in the end from the captain, Rupert Rantala. Didn't have heaps of power behind it. And that's George Hubbard, dispossessed. Rantala sweeps it forward to Andrew Day. Centred, dealt with well by Vit Rosicki. Everything asked of them so far, they have been more than equal to. Played into the corner, looking for that centering pass. It would have been something quite special from Martins Nukis. Ripped on goal, ripped over the goal, Tom Jeffrey. 6 points in the opening round. A massive thank you once again to all our volunteers, officials, camera operators, trying to help build the profile of this brilliant sport in this country. Sent into the corner, looking for Tom Jeffrey. Centred, good ball movement, shot wide of goal. So, free hit in front for Jeffrey, sends it in behind. All the way back to halfway for the Vipers. Johnny Danes tries to send it into the corner. Tom Jeffrey once again using the stick handling, something that he's known for. Just an all-round attacking menace for the Vipers and opposition defenders to deal with. 3-on-2, Jeffrey tries to be, he definitely went the selfless route there. For Andrew Day, couldn't find him. and that's out of play. Centered on goal, not able to pressure Vitrasicki that time. This is Santu Rantala, gives it to Andrew Day. Igmanovs. Alex Feast just sat in their goal, arms crossed on their knees, just taking it easy. It's the Rhinos. Turn it over in the midfield. It's Lewis Hubbard. Shoots on goal, wide of goal. No call coming from Dimitri Kessler, one of our referees for this one. Hubbard gets it behind goal. Will Palmer not able to collect that. As Will Palmer driving forward over the goal, out of play. That's a bit of intent. Sent around to the back of, or behind the goal. The Rhinos looking to come forward with it. Played off the boards. Into the centre, good save. Alex Feast gets a good double save. And that's going to be hiffed away in no uncertainties. Rupert Rantala getting it clear after Feast was there for the first shot. Remained in a very good position. And something that I always look for whilst watching a goal. That's another fine save by Feast. Using the body, watched it all the way through. I know personally, from a goalie point of view, don't love shots from that far out. There's a lot that can happen to a ball on its way through. A great concentration from a real top goalkeeper. Trying to do something a little bit special there. It's going to be picked up once again by Danes. Johnny Danes driving through. Tries to rip on goal. That's gone wide. Tom Jeffrey not able to get to the corner to collect, and Andrew Sutter sends it round back. Coming forward with it is Mike Palmer. It's been turned over. Sutter, though, regains possession for the Rhinos. 3.5 minutes left in this first period of play. We're still scoreless. Rhinos, Vipers cancelling each other out right now, plus some very good goalkeeping. Milan Riha into the hands of Vitrasicki. Into the corner, switched in front. And be taken away by Andrew Day for the Vipers. Finds Tom Jeffrey, ripped across goal to the opposite corner. On the breakaway, Akutis. Good bit of defending. We're going to have to stop time off the clock whilst we fix the boards. The ball had gone out of play. If you've never, or if you don't know how a floorball rink sets up, individual segments of boards all bungee corded together. Essentially, gives you that flexibility so as to not be a health hazard. As Vipers sending it all the way down the floor, out of play. Andrew Day not able to get his volleyed effort, not able to connect with his volleyed effort, in fact. Will Palmer. Still Will Palmer. Now a bit of pressure comes. Able to get the pass forward. But Thomas Rosum's effort intercepted Johnny Danes. Long way out of where we expect to see Johnny Danes. Driving around behind goal, Rihas, shot just wide. And again, more slow, patient build, Andreas Suter. Will Palmer. After the frantic, frenetic pace of the Hammerheads versus Bristol, Bristol taking that one 4-3. Couple of power play goals in there, short-handed goal from the Hammerheads. This is quite a different pace, much more methodical. Two teams trying to dissect each other rather than run through one another. Now Riha, cognizant of the situation, how few players they have, dropped it back, shot on goal, wide from Hubbard. And now Tom Jeffrey. Patient play, final minute of the first period. Looking to come in front. Rupa Rantala, his shot was blocked. Bit of a collision there between Hubbard and Igmanovs. In the end, it's Tom Jeffrey. And goes to the corner. Ushered that way by some very good Rhinos defending. Shot wide from Igmanovs. That's a beautiful pass from Palmer to Palmer. Shot across goal. Johnny Danes driving through. That's a very important, illegal in the end, interception from Milan Riha into the final second of the period. And that's going to do it. 15 minutes is up. We are scoreless after the first period of play. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time. Rhinos 0, Vipers 0. A warm welcome back to Barking Sports Centre. Lovely surrounds for today's second round of the UK Floorball Federation English Floorball League matchup. Rhinos Vipers in our third fixture of the day. Ben Bresner, our camera operator for this one, really trying to set the gold standard. Second period action just moments away. Vipers slow to get back on the floor. Again, they have only the 7 outfielders. And that might be contributing to a slightly slower pace of play. I will say though, it's been very, very clean. So, some issue right now with the score clock, but timekeeping and scorekeeping is all in hand. Riha loses out, finds it to Jeffrey still. And that's gone out of play, will remain with the Vipers. As Riha's attempt in front, easily gathered in by Schlepe. Behind the net. As Jeffrey, once again in a very dangerous, very promising position. Has been dispossessed there by Vitrasicki. Sorry, not Vitrasicki, Andrea Suter. Vitrasicki, of course, in goal for the Rhinos. Made a couple of very smart saves earlier in this contest before we settled into the pace of play we are enjoying right now. Coming up forward it, Santu Rantala sends it across to Dennis Igmanovs. Trying to get a set play working. It doesn't, and Will Palmer punishes the turnover. Rhinos take the lead. Mike Palmer with the goal. So the goal scorer, number 9, it was Will Palmer. Rhinos, just like that. The Vipers were trying to set something up, trying to go for a rotation midfield, sending one of their midfielders deep. That allowed for a turnover and a very quick snapshot finish. And the transition, so important in floorball. Games can be won and lost in those moments, and again we saw, and Cambridge fans aren't going to like me for this, but we saw exactly, as Tom Jeffrey goes wide with this shot, exactly the dangers of being open to turnovers, as we've just seen there, as Hubbard goes through, doesn't get the shot on goal. Alex Feast out of their net early to meet the marauding Lewis Hubbard. Shot with power wide. Tom Jeffrey sends it to the corner, not exactly where he was hoping for it. Goes and retains his own ball. Played off the wall by Andrew Day. Trying to spin his way in and out of trouble. Tom Jeffrey. Picked up by Rantala, ripped on goal. Taken down off the chest of Mike Palmer. It's going to be a hit. To the Southern Vipers. Sent it for Rantala, not able to bring it down and get it under his full control. Jeffrey taking it up the floor. Jeffrey in front. Maybe waited too long to get his shot away. Now the Rhinos. Nice idea from Irvis Lakutis. In the end, a little too much on it. Out of play it goes. It's been picked up by Suter in front. There Suter sends a long pass forward for George Hubbard. Centered, not dealt with. Now the Vipers coming away with it. Tom Jeffrey not able to get that under his control. Sent around back. And now the Vipers have some defending of their own to do. It's the Rhinos. Again, very, very patient floor ball from both teams. That's been, finds its way through to, I was going to say George Hubbard, but that's turned over now as Riha not able to keep it in play. Santurantala. Johnny Daines, that's out of play once more. This time away from endangering the commentary position. .22 left in this second period of play. Daines. Unable to put his shot on goal, Andrew Day. Will Palmer, goal scorer of our first and only goal of the contest so far, as Hubbard losing out. That's been played off the wall. Tom Jeffrey has to do it alone, Tom Jeffrey. That's a great interception though by Andreas Suter. Did just enough to dispossess a very dangerous goal scorer. 5 goals in the last round, of course. Rhinos keeping the ball. I say that cursed by the commentator. Tom Jeffrey through. Fine save. Rosicki wasn't placed perfectly by Jeffrey. Rosicki had their position, stayed in it. Made a save with the body. Santurantala pulls it down. Tom Jeffrey not able to get there. Rosicki would have been beaten. Guarantee you of that. It's Jeffrey and Petr Kobolovsky have some disagreement over a call or lack thereof as Jeffrey goes back into the corner. Under pressure from Hubbard. It's been whistled. And a very, very, very clean floor ball that we're enjoying between these two sides. Certainly helping with pace of play. Our third game of the day is slated to start in 15 minutes. That obviously won't take or commence at 2:30. Good passing along the boards, shot in, goal, great save, double save! Rosicki used the body on the first, stayed in position, slid just enough, saved it off the cage. Ruparantala sends it forward. Today in the corner, looking for options. Dispossessed, illegally so, by Palmer. Once Andrew Day back to their feet. fact, Andrew Day legs it off the floor, hobbles his way there. Hopefully nothing too serious. It looks very, very unpleasant. I wouldn't be surprised to see Andrew Day back on the floor before the end of this period, as that's been jabbed on goal. Feast with the save, goes wide on the second attempt. Vipers battling to defend. Again, we haven't seen much offense from the Vipers, despite their 1-0 lead that came off a breakaway, came off a turnover. Since then, they've been happy to absorb what pressure there has been, tried to dominate in the midfield. So that's been taken down, taken away. Another save, Alex Feast. And Sigmanov's losing out on that occasion to Martins Nukis. So that's been sent through to Jeffrey. If he touches that, I fear that's a goal. As it is, Vipers still looking for their first goal of the contest. Sent across, Rasicki with the save, a double save. Sent it in front, Rantala, his shot blocked. Andrew Day. Sorry, not Andrew Day, that was Riha. Milan Riha shot was blocked. Again, rolling clock, 3 minutes and change left in this second period of action. What action we have seen. Only the one goal though in this contest. Riha sends it on goal. And that's some canny goalkeeping from Rosicki. Goes, gets it from behind their own net, fakes out the long throw, distributes it short. That's goalkeepers watching, take note. That is how it is done. As Palmer, shot on goal, saved by Feast. It's going to be picked up by Johnny Daines. Under 3 minutes left in this second period of play. Line change. We are going to see Andrew Day back onto the floor. So you can see that mark on his right calf, or right shin, I suppose. Not particularly pleasant. He's able to get back out on the floor as Alex Feast once again with the save. That time a wrister from Lakutis. I wonder if in this final period we're going to see the Rhinos really try and turn up the heat, turn up the speed, the pressure that they're going to put on the Vipers. Try and run them into the ground for 15 minutes. It's a young team though, the Vipers. You can withstand it. We've got about 2 minutes left in this period of play. The Rhinos with the lead. Experiencing, enjoying some of their best sustained floorball right now. Patient play. It's with Hubbard. Dropped back from Rosen. It's back to Hubbard. Will Palmer, the goal scorer of our only goal of the contest so far, finds Andreas Suter. He's a long way out of where we're used to seeing Suter. One of the defenders on this team. Johnny Daines drives, sends it forward to Jeffrey. Not able to connect with it. It's been quite the one-time effort. Santo Rantala onto the floor in place of Rupert Rantala. Final minute of the period. Tom Jeffrey tries to drag it by Will Palmer. Santu Rantala dispossessed by Hubbard. Hubbard plays it hard off the wall. Great switch of play. That's out wide. Will Palmer with the effort.
40 seconds.
30 seconds left in the period. Switched over to Johnny Danes on this near side. Played off the wall for Rupert Antela. Is there a sting in the tail at the end of this first period? Sorry, second period, should I say. Shooter. Hubbard sent down the line. And that's goal! Second goal for Will Palmer. Alex Feast made the initial save. Wasn't able to deal with it. And the rebound right in front. Put home. 16 gets the assist. Mike Palmer making sure that he continues to add points. His second point of the season. Will Palmer with the goal. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. Oh, very well, welcome back. Final period in what has been an absolutely enthralling game of floorball. Rhinos with a 2-0 lead over the Vipers. You can't say they've not been value for their lead. Their finishing has been quite clinical when it's needed to be. But I'm not entirely sure this is the game that you'd have predicted when you saw these two sides, especially after their 6-4 matchup last time. More very good goalkeeping from Rosicki. I think for me, that's been a bit of a hallmark of what we've seen so far today. Well, the goalies have come out on a real show, real tear. Alex Feast makes the save there, right in front. Martins Nukis. Nukis not able to collect it as cleanly as they would like, but they did just enough. Rupert Antela. Is it forward, whipped round by Santir Antela. Day. Centered in front, Rosicki was there, makes the save. Ruha tried to centre. some confusion for a moment amongst the Vipers players as to whose infraction that was. It will be Rhinos' ball. Ripped on net. Goes to the opposite corner. It remains in Rhinos' possession. Will Palmer. Cleanly moved across there by Kamil Wisniewski. Back to Wisniewski. On goal. Alex Feast was expecting that to come across his goal. Instead went rather behind. Too sure if it was just dragged or if it did take a touch on the way through. All the way back behind goal. And the Rhinos happy to run a bit more time off this game clock. They're up 2-0. Shutouts are very, very, very rare in floorball. None in our opening round. The least the side scored was 2. And in fact, the 2 were scored by Vipers. And they're lost to Cambridge, 6-2. Great bit of defending there by Johnny Daines. Tom Jeffrey. Jeffrey driving up the left side. Jeffrey. Hands around behind goal. That was very good defending there by Lewis Hubbard. Equally good defending there by Johnny Daines. As Hubbard is dispossessed, Tom Jeffrey once again can't do it all himself. Andrew Day setting up in front. Has the Rantala running through. Shot blocked. Lewis Hubbard. Now Rozum. It's been stolen by Rantala. Tom Jeffrey takes it by his man. Rips it on goal. Great save for Zicki. Left arm extended. And then dives across to cover any potential attack coming the other way. We got 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, no chance of winning the ball is the call that sends Dennis Igmanovs to the penalty bench. Hey, always an experience being able to hear conversation between players and officials up close. So a 2-minute power play for the Rhinos. 2-minute penalty kill for the Vipers. We've seen short-handed goals scored today. We've also seen goals scored on the penalty. That's ripped across goal to the opposite corner. George Hubbard with that attempt centered and scores. 3-0. Rhinos finish Martins Nukes. And it was Ervis Lakatis with the assist. Goal scored Martins Nukes. And now a mountain to climb for the Vipers. They have goals in them. They put 6 past the Vipers last time. The Rhinos last time they met. This time it's been a rather different affair. They've got just under 10 minutes to play. What can they do in that time? Especially given the way the Rhinos have gone about their game. Just control, contain, live with what chances the Vipers have been able to get, which have been decent. And now it's opportunities like this. So Tom Jeffrey goes through one-on-one. Really solid defending by Kamil Wisniewski. Stood him up long enough. Shot on goal. doesn't make its way by Santu Rantala. Rantala loses out to Suter. Rosu sends it wide. Danes sends it across goal to the opposite corner. You can see Cambridge players warming up. You can see some Bristol players as well starting to go into some stretching routines, warming up. They are the next game. And follow this one. Make sure that you are subscribed as well to the UK Floorball YouTube channel. Never miss an upload, never miss a game, never miss a player interview. That was a fine save by Victor Hosicki. Led with the hands, got down low. Covering the angles very, very well. Yet to concede with around 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Centering pass, that was blocked by Suter. Now it's Lewis Hubbard. Dispossessed. Tom Jeffrey, ripped on goal, good save by Hosicki. In a good spot for it, had the right hand up early. Dealt with the rebound especially well as well. This is more impressive goalkeeping. And Alex Feast as well. Yes, 3 goals have gone by their goal. But they've made the saves that you expect them to make. And they've made a couple of saves you wouldn't be expecting them to make. 3-0 the score. Rhinos. Dispossessed again by Andrew Day. Andrew Day tries to centre to Tom Jeffrey. Jeffrey's shot blocked by Suter. And now George Hubbard trying to be a little bit fancy with it, trying to get it to Nukis. Didn't come off. Milan Riha taking it up the floor. Centres! Another fine save for Hosicki. Puts it over and out of play. It's going to be Vipers ball from the corner. Shot on goal. Goes wide of Riha's net. I wonder if we're going to see Vipers, as that's been clutched gratefully by Hosicki into the chest. If we see Alex Feast get pulled from their goal. Jeffrey. It's been blocked by Suter. Played off the boards to Mike Palmer. Danes. Cuts through the middle. Rips on goal. Saved by Hosicki. Centered across. If Danes would have got there. I think that's in. As it is. Can't properly pull it down. Rupert Antela sends to Jeffrey. Jeffrey! Denied once more by the defending of the Rhinos. Again, as a goalie, this is the sort of defensive performance you want from your outfielders. They are protecting you, protecting your net. 4 minutes. Oh, 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. And a timeout is being taken by the Vipers. They want to talk things over. As they do, we're going to take a quick break here. You're watching UK Floorball Federation. It's the England Floorball League regular season round 2 from Barking. Welcome back in. Timeout was taken by the Vipers. 4:10 left in the final period. Interesting to see what the Vipers can offer after having taken that timeout and talked things over. It is Rhinos' ball. That's out of play. Stays with the Rhinos. Played all the way back to Kamil Wisniewski. Mike Palmer trying to feed it through to Will Palmer. A couple of Viper sticks in there. Will Palmer still has it. Centering attempt. Can't go with Barantala. Plays it off the foot, off the warrior. Saved again, Rasicki. And now the Rhinos looking to surely, without question, put this one to bed. Danes, though, coming away with it. Milariha finds its way to Santarantala. 3 minutes and change left in this one. 3 goals the difference. And a shutout for Rasicki so far. Centered! Oh, that's a fine save from Rasicki. Had Rupert Antala right in front of them, all over their goal crease. Stayed with it. A bit of good fortune. But they put themselves in position and were rewarded. 2:35 to go. It's Tom Jeffrey. Jeffrey drives, another save for Rasicki. What are we seeing? Ripped across the goal of Alex Feast. That's been picked up by Nukis. And now Day driving forward with it. Gets it through to Jeffrey at the second attempt. Rasicki's there again. Another fine save. In position, doing exactly what they need to do. And it might sound simple. You might think it looks simple, but it's about concentration and composure. Especially when you know that you are that close to a shutout. It's Tom Jeffrey trying to end that. Gets a shot on goal. Denied the second time. Made a fine save. Arguably made a final one on the second attempt. I feel like a bit of a broken record right now. Rhinos still chipping away, still want another goal. It certainly helped them in the standings. A win here will take them top level on points with UCM, level on goal difference as well. Came in today with a +3 goal difference, stands at +6 right now. Into the final minute. That's a cheeky pass played forward to Suter. Back to Will Palmer. He's got 2 goals in this game already. How would he like to add a third? Centered by Hubbard. Not able to get onto that Nukis. Tom Jeffrey drops it in behind. Danes. Tangle of feet, perfectly legal, perfectly clean. Palmer could save. Alex Feast stayed up, stayed big. Denied the hat trick. 10 seconds to play. Whipped over the top, Rasicki. And a great out ball to Hubbard. Hubbard got to shoot, gets the shot away. And that's going to do it. That's going to do it. A fantastic victory from the Rhinos. They win it 3-0 over the Vipers. Vipers, very short-handed, came up against a fantastic goalkeeping performance from Vitor Rosicky. He's going to put their save percentage into my notes at 100. What an absolute superstar performance we have just seen. Well, a huge thank you for joining us for what's been a very, very entertaining game of floorball, showing you exactly what the best of British floorball can look like. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time for our fourth game of the day. It's